Welcome back. It's episode 129. I'm gonna be real with you. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna do my best to recap some of this. We talked about EVs. How do you feel about Teslas and cars that are out here driving themselves? Chargers. We talked about what's going on in your search history and what's the FBI thinking.
What you been looking at?
What you been looking at? Exactly. What's going on in there? What's the color of your spirit, man? We got a little deep for a second, but hey, you got to stick to it, to get to that part. But hey, wonderful episode. Hope you see it through, and have a wonderful day.
Lock in.
Brazilian culture reflect this.
I'm not one to tell you, to be honest.
No disrespect to Brazilians.
Shout out to Brazilians. We probably want to have soccer.
I'm saying,
right?
Soccer
Football.
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 Isn't it from Spain? But we said cultural impact. It definitely had a cultural impact on football.
Mm-hmm.
That's no Neymar, I think.
Mbappe.
Okay.
Ronaldo.
Are we just naming
soccer
players?
I was like, are they? I don't think they're from Brazil, bro.
Right?
I do not think they're from Brazil, dog.
But welcome back, man. It's episode 129. We back in the building. Shout out to you for finding your wonderful way back to the Wholesome house. I don't know if you were just taking a stroll through the neighborhood. I don't know if somebody gave you a referral, but I'm glad you're here. It's Benjamin Lane, the nonchalant needle mover, back in this thing. Who else we got?
We got Wavy J in the building as well. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good on this Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? Big 129, so it's gonna be a good one.
Malcolm in the middle, you feel me?
They're bringing that back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see Dewey not supposed to be on it?
Yeah, he's the only one that's not coming back, like the original actor for Dewey.
But they said he had stopped acting like back in the early 2000s.
I mean, worked for like State Farm or something now, probably.
We need the documentary.
He needs to renew his acting contract, but excited to be here. Who we got to my left?
Got March, Troy in the building.
Turban March.
A little bit, yeah.
That
On
boy
this,
fire.
on this. Thank you. Fire on this rather wet Wednesday.
The woke YN.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. And we also have a special guest.
Special guest.
In a
What's up?
building.
What's up, y'all? It is Vidal, just like Dragon Ball Z. Vidal.
Yeah, that's lit.
Some people call me V. Some people call me Snowflake.
Are you doing this on purpose? Are you doing?
Some people call me-
Wait.
Some people call me Skinny
No, I'm
Light.
saying the little rasp. You try?
like, no.
Are you doing the little morning?
Like just woke
You doing the
up.
just woke up voice?
Nah, it's just how it is.
This is real voice like DDG.
Oh
Right.
my god!
Hey,
that's
crazy.
bro.
Exactly.
That was crazy.
Oh God.
But I was finna start with a certain topic, but I'm switching it up
Switch it up.
What's
on the
happening?
fly.
Yo, though, what? Hey, no worries.
So you know how them FBI man, they be tapping our phones, they be paying attention to everything that we doing.
Is it
giving us
FBI or CIA
advertisements,
or all of the above?
all of the above.
Yeah.
I wanna
It's
say-
all the agencies,
All of them.
all the organizations.
Aflac.
Based off of your search history, what would you assume that they would gather about you if they tapped that information for the last, we'll say, month or so?
Month or so.
Last month.
What would they gather from you? What are you about? What do you like? What are you interested in based off of your search history?
Initially, heavily. Did somebody else want to go?
Go for it.
No, go
Okay. Right now, a lot of streaming shit.
Fair. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Shout out to
like
Twitch.
man, like
Aspiring gamer.
overlays, how to stream on multiple things at the same time. I'm trying to be everywhere.
Oh yeah, this guy's a nerd.
I'm in the Photoshops. I'm making templates and shit. I'm editing stuff too.
Oh my god! Now he gonna know that
Dear
what they think
Lord.
about me.
Let me see. I think mine's
That's just crazy.
Mine's is that's hilarious.
No, I'm sorry.
You straight. Let me see. Therapy.
I'm dirty.
Yeah, my shit is like what? Therapy.
It's cool.
You feel me? Warhammer shit. Warhammer 40K.
I don't
That's
mean to
cool.
pry, but what do you mean by therapy? Like you're
What do you
looking
mean
for
by
a therapist, or
Warhammer?
you're like looking for like Google solutions?
Oh, nah, not.
Like I'm really going through this specific thing right now.
Nah.
Reddit,
Okay,
what
okay.
you
I was about
got
to
for
say,
me?
yeah.
Okay, nah. So like, it was a link to like a video chat with my therapist.
Okay,
So they're
okay,
like,
okay.
oh yeah, dog. He
Okay,
definitely,
so they're like, oh, he's an emotionally mature gentleman.
Oh, he's trying to get his mental health together.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to this guy.
Let's
Shout
give
out
him
to
some
this guy.
crack.
Yeah.
No one to CIA.
Like I said, Warhammer, Shit. Warhammer. What the fuck? I said hubris. I think I was.
That's one of my favorite words.
Hubris.
Yeah.
I was writing the song.
Hell yeah, it's
And
a
I
fire
was
song. I
like-
already know.
Yeah, and I was like, how can I incorporate this? So we just gonna put hubris, and it's gonna go over
Shout out
everybody's
hubris.
head. But if you know, you know. So
Hey, if you know, you know.
yeah, so that's
Really
probably
dumb.
they probably like, damn, this nigga boring as shit. We ain't got nothing on him.
Yeah.
Go to the next guy.
He's actually trying to better himself and expand his vocabulary. Right now, oddly enough, and I find myself in all these deep, weird pockets of information digging, I guess. Right now, I've been doing a whole lot of research about deep sea diving because I recently learned that I recently learned about the idea of like depressurization and how that has to be a thing or else you're like
Explode.
jacked up, basically. Yeah, I
Wait,
didn't
what?
know. Yeah, so like if you are a deep sea diver, you have to ascend very slowly. And then even once you get out, you typically have to go through like a depressurization chamber because all of this like because of the pressure, it's
That's
it's
your
weird.
body
but like
tweaking.
it basically creates like bubbles in your like arteries and stuff of like nitrogen and all these different gases. And if you come up too quickly, they'll expand. Well, I guess the gases are in your body, but if you come up too quickly, they'll form into bubbles and could potentially like rupture your arteries or
So instead
make you sick or like do just a whole bunch of detrimental stuff.
instead of imploding, you're exploding. Is what you're saying.
Essentially. So yeah.
Okay.
So that's one thing I've been looking into quite a bit. And then a whole lot of other like space things like the fact that the sun is like super duper loud. I don't know if everyone's
I saw the tweet.
yeah, so that came up recently, and then that led me down another rabbit hole. But yeah, I probably just think that I'm just inquisitive and pretty nerdy.
And the FBI like, yeah, we got our eyes on you.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, 'cause, who knows what I'm doing with that information? That is a really odd combination. Of
Hey,
things,
did you know the
so-
sun was loud?
Yeah.
Right. Screaming it from the rooftops. I can hear it.
John, what about you?
Nothing too crazy, bruh. I mean, most recently, probably about like mostly clothes. Usually like music stuff. I stay off that Kanye tether, bruh. Just looking at the terrible opinions of other people, bruh. Terrible music opinions. And
You said you stay on the Kanye what?
Kanye tether. It's like a blog.
Oh,
And they got
okay.
like a
I
lot of
thought you
different
said-
threads. Yeah,
I thought you said Kanye. Like
No.
actual- I'm like,
Recently, I have been.
I'm about to say,
I
are
did.
we-
I did see
really?
that interview with Dog, bro. So they are probably wondering what's my intention behind watching all this. But I'm like, man, I'm kind of just curious of his current mind state. You know what I mean?
I
They
think
flagging you.
Yeah.
Facts.
hearing.
No doubt.
Listen,
Is it not just drugs? Like, what's up with him?
It-
I
well,
feel like
it's the-
he's
it's
a
the
mental
tripping.
illness.
It's the
definitely
nitrous,
It's
bro.
definitely the nitrous. It's definitely that,
He done
and
lost it.
his gripes with the Jews.
Yeah. And
That's
well, he
crazy.
said he loved Cardi. Now he tweeted that yesterday.
Oh,
so,
now
you
he
know.
loves Cardi.
And he said
apparently.
he teamed Drake and he hate Drake at the same time.
So
He needs to stop saying things, I think.
He got
Yeah,
to,
just
bro.
needs to hush.
Yeah.
Well, we off that new Twitter/X, bro. You know they ain't blocking nothing, bro.
Oh yeah, anything goes.
He
And,
recently sold that. Funny enough,
to himself.
To himself, though.
To himself.
Yes, to
Yeah.
himself. How do you sell it to yourself?
And what benefit? Sound like some sort of break.
I'm sure it's
somewhere.
genius. Yeah, it's definitely a completely different tier of intentional business.
That
moves
man is doing that so he can have a safety net.
Yeah. There
you
because
go.
his stock has been plummeting.
He'll never
True.
lose, though.
Also true.
I don't know what he's doing, but he'll never lose.
I don't know. Ubisoft just gave him an L recently.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, because I forgot what nonsense he has said. But he was talking about how I forgot what the game was, but he was talking about how he was like the number one player in the world.
Oh,
Find out he paid somebody to play the game.
Yes.
What?
Yes, he
What
actually.
game was that?
Why?
I know what you're talking about.
Not Lords of the
What?
Fallen. Was it Lords of the Fallen? I can't remember what it was.
It was something like that.
But yeah,
some real
Ubisoft-
PC niche kind of.
Yeah, but Ubisoft was just like, you're saying all this. About to say, are you paying somebody? You know what I mean to say this? You know, are you paying somebody to tweet this?
What are you gaining from this?
Exactly.
Not off the Ubisoft game, bro.
That's
Ubisoft.
crazy.
That man
bro.
playing Avatar, Frontiers, Pandora.
Oh,
Have any of y'all played that?
Unfortunately,
The guy who mentioned
Yeah.
Did you get your money back?
I should have.
Oh,
Hey, but like I think there's like 6 episodes on the gaming channel.
True.
It'll never be a 7th. I don't know. I said, I made it as far as I could.
man.
But I'm curious, Zach. What'd you show?
Oh
Trevor
my
over there?
God.
No, I didn't show him anything. He just happened to glance
Lie.
over and
They just happen to
see
glance.
My
some mud on my phone.
My suggestion
Oh,
is to
no.
lie.
But yeah.
Oh man, not the
This-
porn.
this- to give
Thank
you-
you for sharing.
Just to give
actually.
you the perspective, they probably think I'm just like overweight, just like
Oh, okay.
man eating chips and drinking a lot of Pop Mountain Dew specifically. Just
Oh, you
at
been
a
drinking
computer
Mountain
all
Dew?
day.
No.
Oh, dude.
Wait,
goddamn.
why?
Why you drinking Mountain Dew, bro?
Is
How
it
to-
because you look up a lot of fitness stuff, or is it because you looking up like
I'm about to
flavors
say
and
they'll look at his research. They'll look at his search engine. They'll be
Yeah,
like,
they're
"Oh my
like, yeah.
gosh, this man's fat as hell." Then they see him in person. They're like,
yeah.
"Oh man, this thing's built."
Damn.
But it's a lot of how to use Canva.
Okay.
What's wrong with my body and my skin? What's going on here?
What's wrong?
That's a
with my
puberty.
body?
That's a puberty.
Facts, facts.
That's a puberty. Yeah.
What's happening to me?
Question.
Successful morning routines. You know that shout
Okay.
out. What's that dude name?
You are Ashton
Ashton,
type
huh?
of guy.
You know, trying to give me some of that water.
I'm surprised I didn't think about that when I first saw that video. I could see you. I could see you buying
But
into
that's
something.
insane though.
Not
I be trying to wake up
specifically
at
that.
5 a.m. I do be working
Yeah.
in there, but that's just so
He said, "Let's do 20,000."
Yeah, right. We gotta do at least
Are
20,000.
you gonna record your routine like everybody else, since that seems to be the thing now?
Yeah, you know, you just gave me the idea.
I would love to.
Now I got something to post.
Just make sure you get the Saratoga water, bro.
Apparently, that water has like all types of like plastics and stuff in it. Yeah, like it's not
Of course,
even-
that was gonna come out
It's
right
not even
after,
like
bro.
Did you know
water.
there's sparkling water?
Yeah.
Like he just dunks it. Who dunks your face? Why do you dunk your face with
Sparkling
sparkling
Maybe
water?
you try
That's
it.
insane.
Maybe that's the difference. That's
Really?
that's what gives them the edge.
Right.
Smooth skin. You gotta get that banana.
That's how you
peel.
get to that 10,000. You wonder why you haven't got to it, bro. It's because, you know what I'm saying?
So what's
You
the
ain't put-
significance of 10,000? I must have
No
missed
one
that.
knows. That's the joke.
That was just the, like
He
part
sat-
of the video.
He
He
literally
said,
sat down
10,000.
at his computer. It's like it was supposed to be him working at this point, like his remote job. And then like the only thing he says is, "Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We got to get to at least 10,000." And everyone's just like,
It's like
what,
10,000.
what context is that?
10,000 what? He didn't even say like $10,000.
Not a unit
Like,
of
10,000
measurement.
hours?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
right.
like-
That's,
it's
that's
the-
perfection.
That's like some. What was that?
That's
On Family
minimum.
Guy, where he was like, "You probably got about 5." He was like, 5 what? Like 5 hours, 5 days. He's like, maybe
Maybe
4.
6.
Yeah, he was like, maybe 6. He was like, "Girl, what are you talking about?"
I think the funny part about those videos is them actually having to set up and do
That's
that.
the insane
Like
part.
people talk about, "Oh, I'm going to the grocery store." Like you literally got out your car, went to the grocery store, set up the tripod.
Got back in the car.
Got
Right,
the shut
Right,
the car.
before,
Like-
before you even walked in there, you had the tripod outside and showed you walking past it. Then you had to get another shot of you walking inside of the place. Then when you with your car acting like you really looking through all these groceries, bruh.
That's just too much.
I'm
It
just
is a
like,
lot.
man. If I'm in the grocery store with you, I'm like, what are you doing, bruh?
Specifically with that video in particular, because he was adding like timestamps to everything.
Exactly.
It's like, bro, this whole process is 5 hours longer because you're recording it.
And then I remember some people were like, "Did he really do that?" Like back when, like he went, like he did something, then he went swimming.
Yeah,
They're like, "How did?" He was like, "How the heck?"
swimming?
Like, how did you do that in like 5 minutes, bro? This shit was the
bro,
flash.
bro was swimming for
It's
5 minutes.
it's in the water, bro.
It's in the water. It
That's
is.
the
It's in
only
the, it's in the
waters.
Saratoga, bro.
Shout out Saratoga because their stock
Getting
went
some
up like
bread.
crazy. Yeah,
I know
like,
they getting some money.
yeah.
You
I didn't
think-
see like 7 people on my Instagram feed purchasing the water.
Oh
I'm like,
my
where do you
God.
buy that from?
We're all lemmings.
Right? Where do you get it from?
There's probably some
Amazon.
Whole Foods joint or
Or
Yeah,
Trader
Amazon.
Joe's.
you probably just ignored them because it's trash water.
You think Buddy got a
Unless
lifetime?
Saratoga wants to sponsor us, I love.
I'm about to say,
Saratoga.
do you think Buddy
Right.
got a sponsorship with Saratoga? No.
He
He
deserved
probably
it.
had one previously. That's
would hope
that's
he
the only
had
explanation as to why that bottle was in like 4 different frames. Like it was like you don't just carry that same water, everywhere. Like that thing was shown with the name brand facing the camera like 10 times. So it had to be, but
It's in every shot.
Said he woke up, he was next to the Saratoga bottle, bro.
Right, it's in every shot. He's in the bathroom. It's right there.
the cameraman was a Saratoga bottle.
Literally.
That's crazy, yo.
In honor of Final Destination coming out, this is kind of a spin on a question I had mentioned before the podcast. But if you had to survive in one horror film, what horror film would you put yourself in?
Get out.
You say Get Out.
Yeah. You know, that's easy.
No, realistically now,
Where are you in this whole scenario?
Are you in what's the most racist place in Michigan?
How?
Yeah.
You in Howell or Get Out? You think you making it up?
Yeah, you know.
Well, no, I'm asking
easy.
though, like, how would you find yourself in this scenario?
Like
Because
what?
like Get Out was a very specific.
Okay. You said.
Are you dating a white woman? Or
okay. Well, here's the thing. This is how we're doing this. We're in the process of like, all right, I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Tinder. Even though I don't
pop up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I'm not into white girls, but you know what? Let me get this white girl to try. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to know each other, and then we start talking about stuff. Man, and then I'm like, she says something.
Objectified the mess up this white girl.
Yeah, and then what she says turns me off, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna ignore you, and that's the end of my movie.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
That's how we do it.
Basically, you're the character that almost got gotten.
Almost got, but didn't get.
Yeah, you didn't have to get out because you never went in.
Exactly. That's simple.
That's survival.
Okay.
Movie called Stayed Out.
Real spill. If it's the scene, dang, that'd be wicked, bro. It's the scene where she got the tea or whatever. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I think that'd be. How would I get out of that?
That's the steepest.
Yeah, if you get caught at that point, GG's, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like I'd be able to talk my way out of that, just out of, like on accident, because my mother owned a tea business, and so
I love Larry Bird.
Like, yeah, no, I'd just be like, what kind of tea is that? Actually, like, real quick, she'd be like, trying to like, yo, focus. I'm like, I just want to know, like, Rooibos, green tea, what are we talking here?
Is it ginger?
Is it caffeinated? Like,
What's going on there? Yeah.
Don't tell me it's just Lipton, and then eventually you probably just get upset. That's like when they say like,
He would take you probably be the type to take a sip of, be like, yeah, this isn't even good, bro. I'm not even.
Let me hook you up. Let's go to the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this. I'm sorry. Like, no, you put way too much sugar in here.
Sugar's crazy. See, yeah,
You'd be surprised.
Honey.
You'd be surprised how
Yeah,
many people put sugar in their tea.
I ain't gonna lie. If
That's
I
why
did
we
drink tea
losing
on a consistent basis, I would be one of them.
He said, this ain't Lipton, bro.
We're getting toes and stuff amputated.
You talking about LeVar?
Yeah.
Stop.
Was that because of
This is
diabetes or something?
bro?
I don't know. I got my 2 feet. I know that though.
Huh.
It was something healthy. I don't think it was that.
Oh.
Never lost.
You said it would be MJ, bro, on 1 foot.
He did. He stands by it, literally.
Oh, man.
Kind of wobbly though. I don't know too many horror movies. Dang, what would I survive in?
Jesus.
What horror movies have I watched? Parasite, if that counts, but I'm not surviving that.
Yeah, nah.
Never seen it. I never saw it.
Definitely not the
Definitely
Parasite, bro.
Surviving that.
Never saw it.
Oh, wow, it's a great movie.
flick.
I know any of that Insidious, I'm probably cooked.
Whew, hell no. No.
Anything
Not
like
doing
that,
that.
I'm not. I'm done for.
I'm just
If
thinking
I'm
something
fighting
like
demons, it's over.
Scream, maybe.
I've never seen that. Like,
At the end of the day, he just a regular person.
Yeah.
He's a regular dude.
I probably say Child's Play.
okay, I've seen that.
I'm probably
doll?
fucking
Okay.
that dog.
Scream
Yeah,
would be
that's
pretty
facts.
simple.
Yeah, you got to just.
If I got the
Keep a
file,
strap.
if I'm about to say, if I got the file,
trying to
like,
stab.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about this.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
2025.
You brought a
You was
kitchen
talking about the Final
kitchen knife
Destination.
to
That's
work
definitely
Final
an L.
Destination.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Right.
you're inevitably cooked.
Make
yeah, it's a wrap. Ain't no way.
Child's Play was a good one. I definitely just burned.
I'm kicking the fuck out that dog, bro.
Swiss
Right.
Put a
He
C4
down
on
for
that
it.
man.
C4.
I've been playing Call of Duty.
I'm like, where you get access
Oh
to
my
C4,
gosh.
bro?
Say,
What's another one?
About my inventory.
What about A Quiet Place?
ooh,
No.
No.
yeah, no, it's a wrap.
I feel like I would actually
Fart
do
or
decent,
something.
actually, but I don't want that.
I would
to
do
be real.
decent.
Yeah.
In a quiet place. I would just find myself in a bad situation trying to be friends with somebody that don't got no sense.
And they just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, now that I think about it, it all depends on who
It depends on who you with, really, bro.
Let somebody do something silly. And we're all dead. Like, all right. And then it blows up from there. It's
So he just
exponential,
tripping
bro.
for
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right.
You wouldn't want me around. No, I'm goofy.
Why?
Don't laugh. But
What was that one about the blind and like deaf neighbor?
Hush.
Hush. Yeah.
I didn't even see that, but I remember wanting to watch it.
You gonna survive that one?
Bird Box.
Who?
No,
Bird Box.
That's-
Yeah. How-
No, you can't.
I'm
see
nosy.
him.
I'm a.
No.
So what that is? What is that?
Or be like that old
This
lady,
sound
that
crazy.
lady when he tried to open her eyes.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was wild.
I was
That
like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
He was on Demon Town.
Right, he did not care, bro. Talking about see the light.
Were they just aliens?
I don't know what it was.
Right, I don't know what they
What
ended
is
up
it?
being, bro.
Never showed us, so key.
Hey,
Yeah, I know you were feral afterward though.
I noticed y'all ain't saying no like Jaws or
No.
simple. We're not getting in the boat.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm in the boat. I'm done.
Yeah,
This ain't One Piece, bro. I don't have the facilities to punch my way out of that.
real.
I was gonna say Michael Myers just because I'm like he walks slow.
Swiss cheese them.
But he
don't
bro,
stop.
He don't
He gonna
stop,
get
bro.
back up,
There's no
though.
stopping
Yeah.
him, bro.
But he's slow, bro. I'm just gonna keep running, bro. There ain't no way he's gonna be able to just keep
Keep
popping
on
up.
Swiss cheesing them.
He getting back up, bro. You know how many
Simple.
Halloween movies it is, bro?
He
We
done
gotta
came back
take
a
him
lot
out
of
like
times.
Immortal.
Scream
Bro.
died legitimately. Then it was just a new person.
Well, how many screams? What?
like 4
8?
or 5.
I don't know.
Different screams.
8 movies for sure.
It was like 3
think.
different screams in one movie. It was like 3 people like taking turns or something.
This
But-
is sickness.
Yeah, Michael Myers. You got to just be in the open terrain where he can't hide behind nothing. Because how he gonna get to the other side?
We gotta
he in the
immortal
open
him.
field.
We gotta immortal him.
Bro, right.
He like
All
that
his
snail.
parts,
That snail
they just
conversation
can't
we was
come back
talking about.
together.
The snail just follow you around
Damn.
for the rest of your
right.
life.
Yeah.
He just on your head.
How many people have actually beat Michael Myers?
I don't know.
I don't know. Jamie Lee Curtis, she been fighting a long fight.
Busta Rhymes was. Busta Rhymes got him up out of here.
That's right. They say he was the first one. He was really scrapping with him, bro.
He was the first. Wasn't he? I think he was the first guy to actually survive in a horror film.
Really?
I want to say.
Oh yes. No. It was LL Cool J.
In what movie?
Shark movie.
It was yeah. It was yeah.
It was a shark
It
movie.
was a shark, but he like worked on a ship. But he was like the chef, I think, or something like that on a cruise ship or
They
something.
wasn't
like
gonna
that.
let LL die.
Yeah.
It's not Jaws. It's something else. Damn.
They let Big Ellie. They let
T.
Big Ellie live.
Big Ellie.
Gums,
Blue Ocean something.
TMJs, huh?
Blue Ocean something. I think.
That's yeah, something like that.
It's gonna drive me crazy. I'll find it real quick.
Well, he searches our guest. We want to give you the opportunity to present any topics. We want to make sure you get the chance too.
What's up?
So, what you got for us?
How do y'all feel?
How do you feel about it?
I ain't gonna say how do I feel. Obviously, have y'all seen the post of Zach Fox? He put the Cadillac emblem on his Tesla truck, bro.
Yeah.
It's getting wicked out here for the Teslas, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm all for it. I don't like EVs.
Really?
Damn.
I cannot stand EVs.
Why?
I'm a car guy. I
Okay.
just love the sound of a V8. I love the sound of a V6. I love when people chop pipes. You know what I'm saying?
That all can be programmed. No sound effects.
No,
He
it's
said it's not the same,
No,
bro.
bro, it's not.
What if it does at some point? Like, what if they just soup that boy up with some
No,
crazy speakers so
no.
it vibrates your cheeks?
They just
and
add the
No.
stock plugins afterwards.
They already
bro.
did that with the new Charger.
They
the
did. That's
Daytona.
so- that's
no,
good,
Dang.
no, bro. It's just, it don't hit the same. I wish I would pull up to a red light. You know, pull up to a light and I hear somebody, you know, look to the left or whatever, but he revving his electric,
pushes
his
a button.
Yeah, pushes it. You feel me? Like, and it sounds like the Jetsons. Like, no,
Hey,
bro.
that's hilarious.
Like, no, bro. Like, no, that's not it, bro. That's not it. But yeah, no, I don't rock with EVs.
Dang.
You know, I mean, I know it's the quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Save the
it.
world.
But it really is. No, in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't, because you're still using energy and it's still costing us money because it's electric. You feel me?
I don't think it's about costing money though. That's not necessarily like the issue in terms of like saving the world. I feel like
Emissions.
it's more about the emissions that
From that
rev-
engine.
from that V8. Yeah.
No. There's other ways, bro. Like hydrogen is becoming a thing. Like Toyota, they're starting to use hydrogen and what other?
All right, it's dangerous for people to be talking about that, bro. When there's somebody who is working
I'm not
on some
suicidal.
hydrogen.
I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal.
I'm just saying to clarify.
I'm not
you know
suicidal.
What I mean?
I'm not suicidal.
Because it gets wicked. They be like, what you talking about, bro? You talking about some energy efficiency? Let me holler at you for a minute.
Actually, let me see if what was that discussion about the FBI?
Yeah, right.
They're
Yeah.
listening. No, I'm
Search
kidding.
history.
No, I'm kidding.
They're like, yeah, he know too much.
So yeah, this man, he's clever. About to switch it up, but nah.
Right.
Switch
No,
it
no
up.
cap. Switch it up for real.
Since you're a car guy,
Yeah.
how do you feel about Kias? just curious.
Why does everybody hate Kias?
Yeah, especially now when 2025 Kias.
I don't hate Kias. Believe it or not, I don't hate Kias. Kias are cool. You save a lot of money on gas.
I hear a butt.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's for sure. Right. It's charging up.
Just as
However,
better. But you know, don't leave them in the hood.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, just don't leave them in the
You
hood.
talking about,
Like that
you know the
USB?
methods.
Yeah,
You know how they getting down,
all you
bro.
need is a screwdriver and a USB. You know what I'm
You've
saying?
actually watched the video of it?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes
Hey,
without
hey,
my,
hey, hey.
No.
why you setting it up like that?
I was just curious.
We got them. So,
Incriminated, right?
That doesn't
Right,
mean
you know
I
what I'm
might have
saying?
seen the video.
We
That doesn't
finally
mean
got
I
a
actually
Kia
done
boy
it.
on the show.
No, that's
Right.
insane. Oh, that's wicked. Yeah, nah.
he gets to smiling when you say Kia. Yeah, man.
No, because I see.
Kia, I love him.
No, because my ex, she had a Kia, right? And my cousin, he lives in Wisconsin, and he like put me in.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, he had out there in Wisconsin.
Put you here.
Wisconsin. But yeah, it was funny because we was gonna drive up to Wisconsin in her Kia, and then he had told me like, cause she drove like a Kia Soul, and I was like one of the ones that was getting stolen.
They
And he
love
was,
Kia Souls.
yeah, and he was just like, "Hey, bro, I don't think that's a good idea." And I was like, "Why?" And he broke it down to me like, "Yeah, have you heard of the Kia Boys?" And I'm like, "Nah." Then he sends me a link, and then it's just a bunch of bad.
It's a compilation.
Yeah,
Just sent you the.
I was just like, and me and her looking, and I'm laughing, of course, because I'm like,
I ain't got a Kia.
you say you do got a kid?
No, he has
No,
a Kia.
no,
but
I'm saying
You
ain't
were
got a
probably.
Kia.
You say you were probably like, oh yeah, I ain't
Like
got
you
no
good.
kid.
Like you ain't got to worry. That's why
Oh
I'm
yeah,
laughing when she taking it to heart.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it was hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah. I got a Chargers.
I really got a Benz.
You feel me?
I really got a Bentley,
You know.
a Phantom.
You
I
know.
wonder what is it like? How do they even figure that kind of stuff out?
If somebody has, it's called
a lot of time.
Negro ingenuity.
Yeah.
Good Negro ingenuity.
Little
We,
Negro knowledge.
Next step
Exactly.
is Bluetooth. Your car just they're gonna get in.
Oh, no.
They don't even need the
Dude, the
screwdriver.
Bluetooth would be absolutely insane, bro. Just imagine someone on their phone just.
Man.
All right, see.
Unlike your doors.
So your car is driving to me right now, actually.
Dang.
What?
And it's not a Tesla.
You
It's
know,
not. It's not.
real spill. That is becoming a thing though. Like the automated driving cars and everything.
Yeah.
How you
about
feel?
that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not against it. I'm not
Okay.
because if somebody, if your man's is towed down, bro, he's talking about, bro, like I can make it home, and he obviously can't make it home, bro. And I don't know, maybe he ain't got Lyft on his phone or he ain't got Uber.
Or he just broke. He
That
spent all the
too.
money on the car.
That yeah,
He's driving
you know what I'm
money in the
saying?
car,
Like,
yeah.
all right, bro, hey, bro, the automatic car outside, bro, you good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not against it, but I would say troubleshoot it. They just need to troubleshoot the hell out of it because they got them in China, and them things been crashing out in China, and like it's like there's even compilations of those cars like crashing the fuck out in China.
And I get it's supposed to work with a certain like GPS or satellite system to even recognize like when incoming stuff is supposed to come in. I just feel like there's just no way if a car just comes and like blows a light or something like that. There's no way my car knows like, all right, you got to immediately stop right here or something.
And guess what they was trying to do that with? Tesla.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's my stance on still EVs. Yeah, no.
right. Get you some regular shit.
You feel me?
Imagine trying to use that in South Dakota or Montana or something. They don't even got GPS on
Or Idaho.
Do they even have GPS
Listen,
there?
man,
They
we-
just use the stars.
We said it.
In certain states, it's just
We just say
GPS.
they don't have cars. They take horses.
We don't even
gotta
the
be-
GPS. Like we don't even know where you at.
Exactly, bro.
We don't even.
No, for real. You
No
on
one
a dirt
comes here.
road,
Like we don't even.
That's just greenery all around
And
you.
just
Just drive.
dirt and pavement.
They just say drive on the
real.
thing.
and then horses.
Oh my God.
A lot of open land.
How would y'all feel living out there in Montana? Would
I'd
y'all-
probably just be on some. Well, I can't say that.
Cowboy.
I would just be.
Oh,
I would just be out probably working on some creative endeavors.
Indeed.
With some close,
There you go.
know, friends and
Great job.
confidants.
What the fuck were you
and
gonna say?
I don't know what you're about to say.
and
Oh, wait
you
a
know,
minute.
I would just try and be the best me I could be.
Cleaning it up so well.
You know,
Oh my
That
God.
was very PR of you.
you know, I had to. You know, what I'm saying,
You did a great
I
job.
almost let it slip. I'm gonna say slut.
What? Did you? Oh,
I'd probably be in the mountains off of psychedelics. I'm not gonna lie.
huh? Really?
Yeah, Montana. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Montana's the place.
I'm gonna just be
Yeah.
there, just banging that Hannah. You know, that's the only thing I know about Montana.
Banging that Hannah.
You know what I'm saying? They got it like her Billy Ray Cyrus or something. It's one of them from over there.
Were they actually
glad you
from in the
clarified.
show? Were they from Montana?
I don't think so. I think they were from like Malibu or something.
Well, no, they lived in Malibu,
There's
but I'm
a-
saying like, is their origin?
They're Southerners and they live in their
thought
Southerners.
they
They're
were
from
yeah,
I don't
Malibu.
think it
Yeah.
was ever like
I
Montana
think it
wouldn't
was like
really make
Tennessee.
sense. Yeah, it had to be like Tennessee or
with
something like.
Dolly Parton or whatever.
Yeah,
How would y'all feel if somebody came from Detroit, born and raised in Detroit, but they got a New York accent?
how? Like their parents had like a
No, they just came on, just got a New York accent with the slang and everything.
That's they need to be studied.
Or it's my mother's son, you know.
That is a very like,
Oh, that
like,
dog shit on
I would wonder how they would
media-
even how they would even
Shit on
pick
the
up on something like that not being around, because I mean usually
Yeah.
dialect stuff like that just comes from just being around certain people.
Honestly, it wouldn't be that far fetched, but if they speaking like a Baltimorean,
Yeah, no, that's
then,
jarring.
then
That's
I don't
jarring.
know.
Real.
That's a whole language.
And it's listen. I've been around people that have been like, I don't know what accent you're talking about, and I'm like,
From Baltimore?
yes. I'm
I
like,
never,
You-
I never met
Baltimore?
anybody from Baltimore before.
Yang.
YouTube. You.
yes, yes.
Hey, I just thought about
Sound like
it.
a slide whistle.
Do we really have an accent?
Yeah.
Like,
yes, we do.
Yeah, I know that's been a thing recently, and honestly, not just recently. That's been a thing of discussion. I feel like for a while, Detroit for sure has somewhat of an accent. I feel like it's very proper, but like it's like a lot of slang, but we are very like we enunciate. You know what I'm saying? Like we say our words. You gonna hear every syllable in this word. You don't know what I'm saying. And then obviously we have our own little slang.
of course we got
like
the
words.
I mean, of course we got the slang for sure.
Yeah.
But somebody was like, "Yeah, East Siders and West Siders, they definitely have accents."
Oh, I don't know.
I
if
can see that too.
It's that deep. I don't know. If it's,
Yeah, like I don't know. Me being a West Sider, I can tell when somebody's from the East Side. It's like,
He just got a sense for it.
yeah, it's just like, yeah, you from the East Side, bro. Yeah, I can just tell.
Why you say it like
Come and get the
And
lead.
that's literally how it be. Like I literally just, yeah, bro, you from the East
say,
Side.
yeah, something about you,
or if
bro.
or you know, if Shorty talking to me or whatever, it's like,
Where you say you stay?
Where your mama stay?
Where your grandma stay?
say, yeah, I grew
Where
up
your
off of
daddy
Harper.
stay?
You grew up off of what? Yeah, I'm from Harper. All right, bro. Say, yeah, all right, Shorty.
What does that mean? What is that? What is that? All right, like does that mean this is a negative thing? Is this
Not necessarily, nah, because I mess with a lot of East Siders. I rock with the East Side for sure, but I'm a West Sider, you know. That's just.
Zach, how do you feel?
I'm from up yonder, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even-
Is there an accent?
he
Is
said,
there
I
a
reheard-
Sagananian accent?
Oh, you from Saginaw?
Yeah.
The Sag Nasty?
we dropped that name.
We dropped that name years ago.
As
the Sag now as
We
the
just
Sag.
represented
It's just the
That's
Sag.
I'm saying.
It's
As
just
the
Sag
as the
now.
mayor
As the
mayor of
mayor.
Saginaw,
As the
bro.
Mayor
His-
of Saginaw.
That was his first order of
Let's
business to get rid of that.
Clean up the act.
He
all
said,
right?
you know, there's a lot of important things we need to do, but I got to address this right
Yeah.
here.
Public
Public transportation, finally get a bus system or
the
something.
spokesman for Saginaw.
You know?
Bro.
But no, we don't got no accent. And then I don't coming down here, I haven't noticed something that sounds unnormal that I wouldn't hear in Saginaw or Flint or anywhere else.
So you do be up in dog shit.
I can't say that.
You up
I
dog
can't
shit.
say that.
Unfortunately,
that ain't me, bro.
You
That
know
ain't
up
me.
dog shit? Okay.
The only people that I know, the only people that I feel like as an outsider of Detroit that has an accent is people from Grand Rapids.
What are they sound
Really?
like?
They just sound just like,
Polished.
yeah, but in like
I think I know what you're talking about.
in a nerdier kind of way. But yeah. Like,
I think I know.
I don't know.
exactly what
I
you're
don't
talking about,
know what you mean.
imagine what you think somebody from Novi sounds like, and then amplify it by like 10.
All right, bro. Why gotta be- What do you know about Nova? Like, damn.
He said,
I know,
But
right?
amp
What
it
the
up by
fuck?
10 is actually crazy though.
Well, actually, like
Yeah,
that.
right. Poindexter. Wow.
A lot of them are.
You know, y'all know that y'all had some upbringing before y'all made
Hit
it
it
there.
again, bro.
I'm talking about straight.
that brother said,
What hospitals in Novi?
Ascension.
I'm talking about born at Ascension Novi type stuff. I'm not talking about just moved
"Oh my
later.
god."
No, we don't know.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know nobody from.
No, born and raised Novi.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
So
like a
y'all
homegrown
wouldn't have
I
Novi.
got a
that.
home, I mean,
citizen,
look,
bro.
I got a home girl. You know what I mean? Who I guess you could say Metro Novi. You know what I'm saying? There is a lake.
Where's
out-
Metro Nova?
It's
don't
Walt.
claim
I
her.
think it's
No.
Walt Lake. I think it's Walt Lake. I think.
Okay,
No.
that's his own thing.
That's close enough, but we don't claim her.
He said, "Nah, that's not."
No.
Yeah, that's
It's too many
that's
Wall
his own
Lake
thing.
schools.
It's a lot
A
of
lot of
It's
Wall
like
Lake.
It's kind of
Raiders.
big, low key.
Yeah.
So to give y'all a perspective, if I had to compare cities to social media,
Oh Lord.
What?
Which
Grand,
one?
Grand Rapids would be
LinkedIn.
That's Lansing.
Oh, Lansing's for sure LinkedIn.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Or maybe Detroit, low key.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Detroit
LinkedIn?
definitely probably
Network.
Instagram.
LinkedIn.
I'm thinking like big network, yeah. We talking about socials. But
I was gonna say IG just because you want there trying to
What
be
were you gonna
flashy, you
say?
trying to show some shit off
as well. What were you going to say?
Next door.
TikTok.
No.
Is
Grand Rapids
Grand
sound like
Rapids?
TikTok.
Grand Rapids is TikTok.
that's a
Yeah.
kind of that's a big flex.
Well, I mean on some Yeet type of time, not on some like diverse and big as hell. But you know how Yeet is. Like I feel like everybody from Grand
The
Rapids. like
artist
Yeet.
eat? Okay.
Yes, precisely.
Maybe listen to Nav.
Exactly. See, you're picking it up. You're understanding.
Yeah,
it as I
that's-
said.
Oh.
Real Rust listeners out there.
Real like let's go get some pho and some bubble tea and
Yeah.
Let's get in the studio.
Froyo for a nightcap.
listen to some Will Smith rap.
Man, shout out Will Smith rapping.
He making it hard for 2 Chainz off the based off a true story.
Help out your mom and dad by getting a job so you can help pay for school supplies.
Yeah, that sound like him right there.
That was a bar he used.
No, it was a family. It was off a family.
Yeah,
Guy.
wipe the shoes when you're at the door. I figured that's what you got that from. That's hilarious.
What?
I
what-
appreciate him, going on this endeavor.
This is so interesting.
The album is not
this
good.
video
Better than
now.
him smacking people. So
I mean,
He talks about that.
it's all entertainment.
He talks about that in the song.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Troy listened to the album on stream.
It keeps coming up. Like, damn.
is it all throughout the well, Troy, is it all throughout the album?
No, it's not all throughout the album. It's Auntie and Uncle.
Very last bar. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, bro. I wasn't kidding about that.
Mouth, yeah.
Mic drop.
Can
Right, that's it. That's the end of the album. Just a minute of silence.
Just pure silence.
I'm like, wow, bro.
who the best rapper y'all know who don't cuss?
He was trying not to cuss a lot.
Bro, he was in there,
No,
man.
he wasn't.
Every time he was trying to say
there was
nigga,
some.
he was like,
Okay.
man.
There's some songs I was like, oh, okay.
There was a couple where he
The best.
went for
Bro.
it, though.
Yeah, it was
Bro.
very,
I was like, you sound like a 12-year-old.
I didn't know you listened to it, Zach.
I follow Will Smith on Instagram,
Yeah.
so like everything just keeps popping up every time he posts something. So
That is-
I listen to it for like 45 seconds,
You're being fed the Kool-Aid.
precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see the freestyle? His lunch.
I got
freestyle?
you. I just thought about it.
What?
Eric B. No,
I was-
Eric B and Rakim.
I was gonna, it's crazy. I was definitely
not
gonna
Eric
say,
B, Rakim.
I was definitely about to say Rakim.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because I was like,
Rakim.
it would probably have to dial back a little
the
bit.
God MC. Shout out
Right.
to the God MC
He would have probably been, he's probably the best one.
or Heavy D.
Yeah, he's great too.
Got to say Lecrae or somebody. I don't
My
know who
little
else
Christian-
don't-
little Christian John.
It's got to be right.
I be listening to people that cuss.
Triply and stuff.
Right.
How-
How do y'all,
Despicable.
how do y'all feel about Christian rappers? They're starting to rap over these hard ass Flint type beats, bro. Like they be.
I feel like we talked about this, maybe, or at least
know-
I remember talking with my aunt about it, and she was like, she ain't really rock with it. She was like, "Why would you rap on something like that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't they?
'Cause
I think
it's
she
hard.
I think she just don't rock with the Christian rap, like in general. Like she just kind of like leave that to like specific like rap type. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, my Bible on my hip. I don't went and got it customized.
She's like, there's just no like why? She like sing a hymn or something. You know what I'm saying?
Talk
Like,
about it.
On GOD.
Sing a hymn.
but I'm
or
saying like,
something.
you know,
I'm all about my chili.
how you gonna get mad at something like that? You know what I'm saying? But then look at like other type of rap and be like, oh, like this is cool, or this is like, you know what I'm saying, like this kind of holds weight. So
You said your aunt would rather listen to New York State of Mind than listen to Christian rap.
she wouldn't listen to either, to be
so
honest.
she hating.
So she
Hating
just-
on it. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie.
Play Illmatic for your aunt. It's like no.
Now play that Ducati for your aunt.
Yeah,
I can't do that,
Shake
bro.
her world
I'm gonna
up.
get put
I
I'm
was
gonna
saying she won't look at him and say.
she won't.
I mean,
She
listen
won't.
to it.
It's funny.
Shady gonna let me
bro.
crush.
Not that one.
Be
Play
ashamed.
Crank.
that's
Swamp.
I have not gotten around to listen to that album yet.
I tried for two songs. I'm gonna go back to it.
I'm not gonna hold y'all up, bro.
All right.
This might be controversial.
Okay.
Let me hear it.
Oh my god.
I am not a fan of the new Playboy Cardi. I like Cash Cardi.
That's fine.
Audie Beamer.
Yeah,
You
I
got
like
that.
that. I'm sorry, I don't know who this vampire guy is.
I mean, that's okay.
I mean,
It's all right not to vamp, bro.
Yeah.
where did that word come? We used to say that all the time. Like, man, we up vamping.
Nah, he
bro?
king vamp.
Yeah.
I ain't vamping. No, I was never vamping, but I don't think I'm vamping.
I used to be vamping on Twitter.
Oh, really?
I was vamping
Right?
on
Who,
Twitter.
who vamping?
Like,
I'm familiar with
No.
your lingo.
what does that mean?
It used, I mean,
it just mean you up late.
yeah. Like you were
It's the slang.
slang for like night owls.
I do remember that in
Vamp
like
Twitter.
Oh, now
on
you a
Facebook
vampire.
in 2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I say all that to say is, I mean, shout out to Cardi. It's just not for me anymore.
That's real.
I don't know if it's
You're just growing up, bro.
Yeah, you gotta just listen to
I
Elvis Presley or something.
I guess you could say that. I'm not listening. I'm not listening to Elvis. No, I'm sorry.
Right?
No
like
offense.
I ain't on that,
Not
bro.
listening to
Shucking and
Elvis.
jiving in the car.
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
God.
Yeah, if somebody, someone pull up beside you, you play Elvis, bro.
Get out. I'm running.
Right?
Yeah.
We
They
gotta get out of
flashing
here.
their camera for sure at you, bro.
This nigga's playing Elvis.
That's a red
I
flag.
do want to go back to that though. What you were saying about like Christian, right? Because I do feel a way about this.
I do as well.
well. Because it is kind of like weird. It all just depends on. The hard part about it is that there's so many like subsections and subgenres of hip hop nowadays, and I feel like there's so many things that is connected and tied to some of those like smaller pockets. So I feel like depending on what that beat might be, sometimes it's like, well, you can't be mad at a Christian like rap artist because like that's what is hot right now.
Yeah.
But
Energy made this one. Jesus is my Lord. He is my savior. It's
like but it does come, coming back to like a Cardi kind of sound. Like you can't really do that in a Christian space, not because the sound itself is necessarily like devilish, but it's just everything that is connected to is a lot more about just like that rage energy and
Yeah.
that's too much of a
you don't want to hear.
that's too much of like a
exactly what I
clash.
thought
You don't want to hear them 808s knocking at the pool, like in the pulpit, bro.
I always
you
feel
would
weird
say,
when
what
it's
is it
like
about at that point? Unfortunately.
I feel like the line is when I hear like Detroit style beats when it's like a Christian artist where I'm like,
Who are doing these? I feel like I haven't heard any of these.
there's a guy.
They sound kind of
Oh,
crazy.
it's-
this
it's
is
a
Danny
few
G
of
beat.
them.
Really?
It's a Danny
It's a
G
Danny
beat.
That's kind of
The
crazy.
Lord is my savior. It's like,
If it's just like
Savior.
if it's just like a Chicago drill King Von type beat,
Wow.
and then they just talk
Sliding
about
for
how
Jesus?
Basically, bro, I'd be like,
spit
I
in the
don't know.
block for
That'd be
Jesus.
crazy.
Better
yo.
praise God or I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah.
That's on God.
Yeah, I'd be like, turn this off. You can't be for real, bro. Not on Sunday.
On Sunday.
What you mean? You don't want to go to church? You hear
I'll be like, you got it. Come
I'm
on.
This
saying,
is a
bro.
playlist on the way there.
pastor
my
be
God.
like, hey, we doing something different, y'all.
Ooh.
That'd be
Talking about we got this new song.
It's gonna be a long service.
Metro.
Look at that. We got Smirky on the remix.
For me.
Like,
I mean,
wow.
that's basically what was that song that had the kids singing?
All my life.
All my life, yeah.
And that song, I was just like, please.
No, they went
He was
crazy.
trying to
too.
clean up his image.
I
He knew
mean,
that.
they're
He
talking
knew
about
that
because he knew he had
case
that.
was
Yeah.
good.
They
Yeah,
said
it
the
was.
Fizz was like, you not slick, bro.
You're not getting away from this one.
They're not fooling anyone.
They got him.
So y'all ain't listen to that new Dark album or something?
No,
Absolutely not. I did
The deep thoughts.
I ain't gonna hold
Or is
you.
it deeper thoughts?
Well, I'll be honest. I wasn't really too much. I'm not really too much of a fan of Dirk.
Nobody
I
is.
agree.
I'm alone. I'm alone in that regard.
I mean, I do
You're
have.
not getting our pity.
I mean,
bro.
I do have. I ain't gonna sit right here in front. Like I do have a handful. I do have some Dirk songs. I do like some Dirk songs. But if somebody was to be like, "Hey, bro, I got these tickets to go see Lil Durk. You want to come?" I don't listen because I don't. Bro, I don't listen
I'll
to
take
Dirk
a free
enough.
ticket.
I don't listen to Dirk
I
enough
appreciate
to.
that.
I don't
say
listen.
that, but then you go and you
That's
don't
just
know
because
none
you
of the
went
songs.
to.
Like
Who
you're
did you go
saying.
to? What concert did you
It
go
was
to?
Polo G.
Polo
No,
G,
yeah.
but there was so many other people too, bro. Ray showed up. That was cool at some point, but it was so loud. I couldn't hear anything that was going on.
Yeah,
I felt so old. in that
Bro was
moment.
just surrounded by YNs, bro.
Oh my god, and
YNs and
kids.
suburban white kids.
Yes, dude.
They rapping their heart out to this Polo G. You're
And I'm
just
just in
like,
disbelief. I'm
you're
like,
like, I don't know. I don't know these
I'm
songs.
just like, wow. all
Polo
right.
G is the Chicago artist that I feel like is most likely to have a predominantly non-African American audience.
Man,
Like
Why?
all of them.
that's the truth. I saw a dude get
He
knocked
just-
out.
Listen to
At
the
that
Polo
concert,
G.
At the Polo G concert?
Yes, and this dude was humongous. And
On
I mean,
purpose?
Did he have a polo on?
He did.
Did he have a G on him?
Nah, no.
Polog.
Not a G,
Bitch, I
but
can't
he-
confirm that.
Hey, but he put
But-
the pause on this one dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Was it a suburban white kid?
Nah.
Was it in
okay.
like a mosh or something? Or
That's what I was saying. It was
The
it was
big guy was
targeted.
with his shorty, and I don't know, the dude said something to his shorty. He turned around and hit him once.
That's all it
done.
takes.
Hard as he could.
Oh my god.
He was talking to her.
He had something to
He was
prove.
talking to her
He
like a
did.
GTA 5.
He probably had a
NPC,
wonderful
bro.
drive home.
Whew. I was like, this is what happens at these concerts, bro? Really? All right.
Yeah, that was a silent drive home for him.
What does somebody have to do? What is an example of something disrespectful that somebody could do to your significant other or girl that you're with that would force fighting?
I would tell
Physical
you, I
contact.
actually got a situation that this was at a Corday concert, yo.
Wow.
This was at the Corday concert. Yeah, I know, completely random, right? Yeah, there was a moshing or whatever. Mind you, she's short, you know what I mean? She's like, what? She was about, 5'3", and she was like holding our coats, and it was moshing. She ain't never been in no mosh pit before, so she don't know what's going on. So I'm like, yo, like, back up.
You trying
Back
to
up.
put an arm in the way. You trying to,
Stand in front of them and stuff.
Yeah, and then there's a guy right behind her, bro. And I thought she said, like, he just smacked me on the ass. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, yo, you just smacked my girl on the ass, bro.
Damn.
And he was like, nigga, what? I'm like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? She hurried up and her short ass fucking was pushing me back. And she was like, no, I didn't
That's
say
not what I
that. I was like, bro.
It's too late. You want some?
I'm about to
Yeah,
say,
right.
bro, you got me in this mug ready to scrap, bro, at the Corday
They
concert.
already started the scene.
I'm
Damn.
about to say at the Corday concert, I'm ready to scrap, bro.
Right, now you heated. Now Corday looking at you like, what are you doing?
Man, what you tweaking out for? Be like,
Put on
I'm
the
sorry,
Cardi.
Corday, my bad, bro.
Get him out of here. He's killing the vibe.
I can explain.
He trying to fight. He trying to fight. He's like, no.
Correct.
You're misinterpreting
Yes.
what I did, bro. You're not listening.
But
They'll play that Thanksgiving. Please.
yeah, no, that was probably the only situation that I was like, yeah, now I got to tee up. I was for real ready. to
I can
scrap.
see that off the concert, maybe like a hard bump or something like that, bro. Like I
Yeah.
get like kind of close proximity type stuff, but if you really,
And I ain't gonna care. After that incident, and then there was a moment at the Isaiah Rashad concert. No shorty was involved though, but it was just we was all packed up. I forgot what song. I think he was playing Menthol. And y'all
we
know
was probably at that concert.
Menthol is a chill song. Mind you, me and my
Yeah.
people, we up front or whatever. This white boy right next to me, bro, just going crazy, like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like,
swinging his arms.
yeah, and I'm right next to him, bro. He bumping into me. I'm like, dog, if this motherfucker do not chill out,
That's how I be feeling, bro.
I'm like,
You
this
be
motherfucker-
having to be like, hey, bro, like,
bro, this motherfucker do not chill out, yo. And then everybody, I'm like, I'm getting heated, and everybody had to grab me, like, there he go again, like, there go V getting heated,
Right.
like, there you go, Lou, let's
but
move.
you know that type of stuff.
Am
Be,
I not justified?
like,
Y'all not getting bumped like I'm getting bumped.
like, no, like for real. So I was just like, you know what? I'm like, I think the next time I go to a concert, I'm getting balcony,
Nice little balcony.
so I
seat.
can sit down. You know what I mean? Can rock. You know what I'm saying?
We get into that.
see, we
age.
getting older, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That
Me
GA
and-
living.
I used to think like, yeah, man, I'm about to go to this concert. I'm about to be flying and everything, wearing my Timbs and whatnot. Then you find out you standing for like 5 hours.
Yeah,
Forever.
And people moving past you, they might be on your shit. You like,
You feel me?
Nah, saying,
I was
fuck your
like,
shit.
man, I'll be needing some water and whatnot. And then if I go get some water, my
now
spot might
you
be
lost
taken.
your spot is gone.
Yeah,
Now you all the way in the back. You by
That
the
music
merch
sound just
table.
the same in that balcony.
Man,
Man.
that's how it was when Smino came to town. When Earth Gang and Smino came to town.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, that was a while ago.
That was a good
Yeah.
one.
That was a good one.
I was just like, all right, bro, I'm just be here. I'm gonna be dehydrated, but at least I'm enjoying myself.
Indeed, you in there.
Yeah.
I had balcony for sure when we went to see Amine.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I did.
yeah, like
I
this
was
is
on
how I got to do it, bro.
Perfect. You over here.
I was chilling. I was like, wow, bro.
That was
Look at all the
What an
GA folk, bro.
experience.
You really it's a different perspective.
You do. You be like, wow.
That
I can
just
see
like,
everything.
It was like the Tyler concert. What concert was it? The Call Me If You Get Lost.
Okay, I went to that joint too.
Yeah, me and Shorty, we had seats. You know what I mean? It was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Compared to being down in the front.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, yeah, nah, this is perfect.
Mm-hmm. That was a good concert.
Y'all remember your very first concert?
Chance. Well, that was like the first
That I paid for.
secular paid for.
Yeah,
Went on my own. We went together. So.
J. Cole.
Okay. Oh, that's
Childish
ever.
Gambino.
Mine was Travis Scott.
That's cool.
Glad you made it out.
No, it was the Astro World. It was the Astro World. It was at the arena. Yeah.
Really glad you made it out.
Glad you made it
Not
out.
that one. I mean, yes, we're glad.
Under that one. Under the. Stop pushing the same one.
How do I stop it?
It's okay.
Just let it play, bro.
Thank you. But y'all, the audience, y'all far too kind. But
They're going crazy.
Yeah, the crazy part. Yeah, y'all know, Buddy literally jumped from the
bird or whatever.
No, he didn't jump from the bird. No, it was literally the nosebleed seats. Buddy was going so crazy, like white kid. Jump, bro, from the note, like thinking he was gonna, survive.
Why?
Thinking he was gonna survive.
I mean, he survived. Well, I mean, he survived, but thinking he was gonna land on his feet. No, Buddy lands on his face, bro, and broke like his jaw and everything. And we all saw it. I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." When I'm turning, I'm having fun. Now.
Don't you open up that window? DJ, come on. He's like, DJ, come on.
Open up that pit.
Open up that pit.
Literally, we was all like, "Oh shit!" But hey, let's go. Like,
I mean, what else can you do?
He said, break into the venue. They can't stop you. It's too many of you.
somebody actually tried bum rushing the stage too, and Travis stopped the show. Was like, "Hey, bro, like he good. Like security, don't get him. He good."
That's what I told you. He's like, don't worry. They can't stop you. If all of y'all, it's
Anything
okay.
was going at
His face in
shows.
pieces.
Yeah, bro.
Literally.
Sheesh.
It's some real DIY, bro. You can go to DIY, do it yourself at the Travis Scott concert.
I was thinking of DEI.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace.
I was gonna say maybe
Not DIE.
All the DIE.
No,
Not
yeah,
DIE.
DEI,
DEI.
yeah.
So I thought of. But yeah, that junk was wicked.
They get rid of all the DIE.
Target don't care about that, losing that money.
They don't care eventually.
Oh yeah,
They haven't got that money back yet.
Their stocks have been plummeting.
At first, I think they were probably like, whatever.
No, it's just a couple
They
billion.
just kept
Yeah.
going.
But yeah, no, it's,
Week after
we
week.
still not going.
As long as suburban white moms are keeping, you know what I'm saying, keeping Target around.
As long as they
Hey,
locked
bro.
in, ain't no switching.
But that money might not be enough.
That is true.
especially now
It's
with
not
Amazon
enough.
and stuff.
Costco
It's getting expensive.
stocks have went up because they're like,
They paying their workers.
yeah, I think they paying them like what, $30 an hour. Or
So like, I think we like black
something.
people.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
kept their stuff. Yeah.
Y'all are all right.
Put in that app.
Y'all aren't too bad.
I need a second job.
He said, you know what? I had some thoughts, but you guys are all right.
So
Shout out to Chicken Bake.
Man.
Actually, never had it. But
Boom.
Yeah, right.
Boom.
boom or doom.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, yo.
I feel like we got time for one more.
We do.
Fill out the rest of this town.
You're checking the notes.
Yeah.
when was the last time y'all been to an open mic?
Last Sunday.
How was it?
It was solid. It was more of a it was called a serenade. It was more of like an actual concert, but like the openers was like an open mic. So shout out Sam Watson, he was there. He performed.
Oh yeah, shout out Sam.
Shout out to Osaka,
Shout out,
Renegade,
yeah.
just won the T-Pain March Madness. But yeah, no, open mic. It was very little open mic. It was more so like just a collection of artists actually performing. But the few people that did go up on like some just open mic stuff, they were interesting. We'll say that.
I'm curious, how do y'all feel about underground talent in the city? If y'all are hip to anybody besides
super
Sam and
No.
Osaka.
I mean, we had the opportunity to do, like, when we did Lost in the Woods Fest, and we met, like, quite a few local artists.
well,
in, like, kind of the Harper Woods area, and then kind of, like, Metro Detroit-ish type area. But,
Those people were pretty good.
yeah, pretty good. I mean, not just artists, but DJs, producers.
Like, all very good.
Like, you know,
Yeah, showed up.
real tapped in. I mean, some of them, you know, I've, like, kind of personally, like, worked with and, like, done stuff with in the past, but, you know, they definitely locking in, bro.
Type shit.
What's that? That place that be? It's like Wednesdays.
that Bayshaw does.
Yeah.
Like Poetry in the Park.
Poetry in the
Oh
Park.
Yeah.
Shout out Rock Local. Shout out Karan and them.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually there's one going on tonight.
Shout out my
Actually,
man's bro.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about on
Rap
Wednesday.
battle.
Yeah, shout out, bro. Shout out Taraj. Taraj was like one of the main people that kind of put on the event that we went to. It's one of Cornisha's friends. He's a good artist. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Detroit's like a good spot and a good place for artistry at all times. And one thing I do personally appreciate about like the underground of Detroit is that, from my perspective at least, I feel like a lot of the artists are in it for like just the enjoyment and love for the creation and the process,
right?
As opposed to like gnawing and clawing their way to like, oh, I gotta be the biggest this and the biggest that. Like it kind of allows for some of those like really more tight knit community feels in certain areas. So like you can go to one of these shows and just so happen to be like, oh, whoa, like what's up? Like you just like see people, even some of just the people that attend those events. Like it's not everybody has to perform, but like you'll start recognizing people that are just like, oh, okay, I saw you at that show.
Yeah, I go here like every Tuesday.
Yeah. And I think that's something that I don't know. I've for those that there's probably plenty of people that have never been to a setting like that for one. Or even like Paramita, or that's
Paramita is lit.
Yeah,
them DJ sets be groovy.
They be tearing it up.
I just think that's something that like
I get my haircut right next door.
Oh yeah,
yeah, at the social club. Yeah,
Okay.
That's something that I try to not take for granted as like someone that lives like so close to Detroit and like actually appreciates art and music and things like that. But whenever I go to one, I'm like, I need to do this more often. And
they're pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get you a drink or smoke one. You know what I'm saying? It really is a vibe, depending on all that you're listening to. The crazy part is Detroit is so random. Like, there, besides Poetry at the Park, I'm pretty sure there is a random open mic going on right now, and there'll probably be a random one going. Yeah, like
all throughout the week, through the weekends.
Literally, it's not hard to find an open mic. So you put out a tweet or you put out a post, somebody give me hip. If there's any open mics going on, somebody will let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Got stages all around.
Yeah. So,
and I feel like as the years go on, I think now, more than ever, like we're seeing more of a like investment in like that local talent, especially in like Detroit and stuff. I feel like for a while, I mean, you gonna get that. Like your people that feel like I've done as much as I could in this area. I gotta move out somewhere else, or I need to start locking in with these other artists and these other places and stuff to get some buzz. Maybe I gotta go to Texas or LA or
South by
do some stuff in New York. You know what I mean? Like I know of people that are kind of going that route too. But it's nice to see people that are still kind of locked in the city, kind of forging their own way, kind of like
because you realize the industry is coming here instead of us going, like a lot of us aren't really going out anymore.
You can tell it just through trends and like industry trends and just like how other people kind of outside of like the city are reacting to and kind of relating to a lot of music from here.
I mean, if we being honest, Detroit kind of has set the tone for a lot of things.
Yeah.
And if anybody's from Atlanta listening, Cartier started as a Detroit trend.
Let it be known.
To make it clear.
Yes.
It's a lot of speculation, believe it or not.
You mentioned South by. Aren't they getting rid of I think they're getting rid of like music entirely as like a piece of South by Southwest.
That would be detrimental.
That's crazy.
That'd be detrimental to Austin, Texas. I don't think that'd be a good idea.
6th Street ain't cutting it.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be. If that's the case, if they're getting rid of that, bring South by Southwest to Michigan then.
Southwest Detroit.
Hey.
South by Midwest.
Yeah, South by Midwest in Southwest Detroit.
That'd be hard.
Southwest Detroit.
Yeah, in Mexican town.
You heard it on Wholesome House podcast first.
Exactly.
Make it happen.
Also, I want to give y'all boys y'all flowers. Y'all do a great job at what y'all do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
shout out to
appreciate
y'all
it, man.
for having. Shout out to y'all having. You know what I mean? A panel at DreamCon for a second year in a row. So
Right. Shout out to us now moving to
button.
LA. We still here.
yeah. So what's the button? Yeah.
I was afraid that I was going to press
Okay.
Press that GOAT button.
Oh,
That man
be-
Ben said,
be
"Stop
like-
pressing that button."
The goal boom be insane. Like wow.
Oh my god.
Wow,
He said,
that'd be-
what are you doing?
I thought if you press it like twice,
It's not gonna
Stop.
change. He said it's not gonna
No,
change.
it just
It's not gonna change.
bang the eardrums.
So you thought it was gonna stop. It did not
Bro,
stop.
it's just-
It kept on
They
going.
just kept cheering, bro. They just kept clapping, bro.
It kept on going.
All right, so we have a little bit more time, so I'm just gonna dump all the things that I have in here real quick.
You said
wow.
speed round. It's like,
Yeah,
no.
speed round. So do you all lick pens?
No.
I lick my finger and then I rub the.
Oh, you freaky.
I lick the
know,
pen.
All right, yeah.
I'm more
definitely
like
lick
the
the
scribble
pen.
on the paper until I get
Sometimes
like a.
it takes
That
too
doesn't-
But
long.
sometimes I do take a minute.
Sometimes that doesn't
But
work.
if it
That's
take too
why
long, I just throw. I just look,
No,
just throw the
that's
pen out.
why. All right, you know what I mean. Just
I feel like have you all seen like the micro lens of like a pen tip?
Yeah.
And like how it actually works. I feel like
I don't
those
be
are
giving a
so,
fuck.
bro, satisfying.
I don't
bro.
be giving a damn. I do it anyway.
I'm not gonna lie. Watching those are
real pen
satisfying.
licker over here.
Right, bro.
Oh, this man's a pen licker.
bro, that's crazy.
For the love of the game.
Not for the love. I just have never thought about
Bro
it.
said I just. Never mind, bro. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah. I just get the saliva on the finger and I just scribble on my.
I ain't gonna say that.
All right, got it. Understood. Real pen lickers in Wholesome House. All right, next.
All right, bro.
So I did some research about April Fool's Day was actually yesterday. I know by the time you all are listening to this, it'll be a week after.
Well
but
past.
does it? Well, I guess I'm not even going to ask you all that. But I found out that no one technically really knows the origin of April Fool's Day,
Which
which
sounds like a joke.
is silly
I was
because it's
just about to
like
say
is
that.
April Fool's Day the actual April Fool's joke in the first place? Which that would be silly.
I like that.
There are a couple of different theories. There's one theory that basically it came about when we transitioned calendars, and the previous calendar, the first of the year, was around April 1st, and so because it's basically like when you change like the time, like it takes some time to adjust, like when you do like daylight savings time.
Right.
So basically, some people were still like operating as if that was the beginning of the year, and so they called people April Fools if they were still like celebrating on the first of April.
It sounds like it
oh,
was
it's a
made
new year.
up.
And then there's another theory that I don't
That
remember.
story was fabricated as a lie.
Then,
But interesting, though.
That led me to figure out like when did joking and like pranking start, like as far as an official
You're definitely on the
medium.
FBI list.
Probably. That's fine.
When was the first joke ever told?
But so they have like the first like documented, technically the first documented like April Fool's-y type prank or joke was literally just women farting and saying that it was their husband, basically, or their mate at the time.
Say his stinking ass.
Yeah. So that's just
Okay.
like a random little trivia fact. And then my last question is, what do you think your spirit color is?
Green.
Why?
Growth.
The color of my spirit.
Okay. Yeah.
Growth, because I'm always trying. I mean, I don't always get there, but I'm always trying. I'm always thinking about it.
That's all that matters.
And I'm hoping it's not red, so I'm not always angry.
You just gotta take it one step at a time, day by day.
Yeah,
Red doesn't necessarily have to mean anger. It could just mean like boldness.
And Kyle can.
true.
Yeah.
Sticking with green.
Mine's is definitely yellow.
Why?
Okay, what's yellow?
Super Saiyan.
It's like, yeah, that. And excellence. You know what I'm saying? Just excellent. That's
So is
what
it
I
like
think.
yellow, or is it like gold? Like
Right.
I
It's
don't
like
know
a gold, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like a gold blondish type mixture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just excellence, purity. Perfect. No, I'm kidding.
No. Get that brother some Saratoga water, bro.
Stat.
For real, for saying that. I'd probably say blue though.
On crib.
I mean, not on that. I'm not affiliated with
He
that,
banged
bro.
from the east to the west. Like, no.
No.
Splash.
Right. No, that is not the that's not the origin of
Tell
the.
him about how you be
of
getting
the
your chili,
significance
cuz.
of
It's
blue.
like,
Yeah.
Can't do
Yeah.
that, bro. Nah, but it's just I'm a chill guy. You know what I'm saying?
he is a chill guy.
I just
Yeah, I'm gonna finesse this shit. I'm gonna say light blue.
Light blue.
Yeah, because I'm just saying,
Baby
I'm
boy.
I'm all about peace and
I get that for like a light blue. Mine would have been more like a royal blue or like a darker blue.
yeah, peace and camaraderie and teamwork and collaboration,
Cohesion
You feel
and
me?
you know
So what's that blue word? that start with a C?
compromise and
Cerulean?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not light blue at all.
What?
Or no, are you thinking of cyan?
That's what I thought. What did you say?
Cerulean.
That's the best one in the crayon box. That 64 pack. You know what I'm saying?
Cerulean.
You know
Cerulean.
some
There you
good
go.
Crayola.
Wait, which pack?
That's a beautiful blue.
64.
Oh, no.
Cerulean.
Thought it was a 48.
Cerulean.
It could be in the 48.
Cerulean.
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 What you got?
So
that's
I want it to be
crazy.
pink now, but not because of what pink represents necessarily, but because pink.
That's nice.
You got wait. Let me
Oh, that's
see.
fire.
What does pink mean?
Scratch is a good part of my brain. That's cerulean.
Cerulean.
So pink, no. So pink actually technically doesn't have actual like. There's no wavelength for pink basically, and so I think I relate
The
to
shadow
that.
color?
Not necessarily about it being a shadow, but that it's like it exists, but it exists outside of like an actual spectrum. So like our brains are able to see pink because like our brains just like combine other stuff, if that makes sense, like reds, purples, blues. But like as far as like the actual spectrum of color, like pink technically doesn't exist. So I
That's
think that just kind of
right.
like
You just one of one.
being
Pink-
unique, yeah, kind of
pink
being like
is-
there, but
Pink isn't a base color. The only way how you get pink is if you mix like red and white.
yeah, in terms of like
If you,
paint,
yeah, I think that's
yeah,
all.
utensils and stuff. So, but I think outside of that, it will be probably orange.
You know, that's what I was going to
Orangey.
say.
What's that?
Just like joyful. It's like bright enough, but not necessarily like I don't know. Yellow's a little too like I'm
Excellence.
not all the way. Yeah, I'm not. I got some.
Y'all a
work to
little
do,
too
you know?
bright.
Yeah, I'm still working on me.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah. Trying to get
What I
like
say,
you.
day by day.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll take it day by day.
It's either the green or the red, unfortunately.
I can see that.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of both. Yeah, passion or continuance.
So now I'm gonna try to incorporate all these colors in the cover art. We'll see if it's really ugly.
Woo!
Yeah, it's probably gonna be hideous, but we'll see what I can do.
Hey, it might be a hit.
It might be.
They might like it.
Yeah, hopefully it'll capture all this attention. That might be why you're here right now, actually, because y'all saw the cover art. But anyway, we at the end. So we appreciate you all tuning in to this wonderful episode 129. Shout out our guests for pulling up on us.
129.
Yeah, there we go. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Of course, we got to finish up with our CTAs. Be tapped into the YouTube, the gaming channel, I mean, in particular, because we got a couple things out right now that you probably haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the series that are going. Shout out to the
Yeah.
Twitch. We've been on there pretty consistently as well, having a wonderful time. And yeah, if you've missed an episode, you can always go back. Just a quick reminder. Like, I don't know if you forgot that part, but you can always go back. Believe
Watch
me.
them a couple
no
times.
No one's gonna get.
I'm saying,
no one's
if you
gonna
run
be
the
mad at
episode
you,
back,
you know?
we're definitely not going to be
Yeah,
mad
no,
at you.
yeah.
Just send it to yourself like 12 times.
It's honestly mutually beneficial. You know, you'll
leave a
gain something
comment.
from it, and we'll gain a lot from
And
it. So,
share it.
yeah, do that too. We appreciate it. But Ben on the lane, signing out.
Wavy J signing out too, man. 129. Another hit.
Z-Breeze, Zach in the middle, signing out.
March, Troy, we need at least 10,000 on this one.
Hey,
And
10,000 what?
hey,
exactly.
Hey,
we'll
actually,
take 20.
10,000.
Actually,
Both of them.
Maybe
that-
maybe 20.
For
We
that
need 30.
question,
30.
we're right. We'll take 30.
We'll
Actually.
take 30
actually.
Minimum.
Yeah, signing out. See y'all later.
Anything for you, V-Dale?
Yeah, y'all know what it is. It is Skinny Light, Roman Ramen. No, I'm kidding. Yeah,
I don't
y'all
think
follow
he
me. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at VDale97. Go stream Now or Never. It's my debut project. And like, comment, and subscribe.
He said
Yeah.
stream it now, not never. You feel me?
Yeah.
streaming now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Or else.
And don't let nothing dim y'all light and take it one day at a time.
There we go.
Bars.
Peace.
I can get behind that.